Now what I want to do first, before we start the next lap, is I want to show you a clip, an onboard, of the fastest lap from the recent FIA manufacturer series, the fastest lap from the time trial bit before the race. We're on board with VQS Pepe then as we head down to turn 1 in the McLaren F1, and what I want you to do is I want you to have a look at the track limits through this first chicane. So hitting the brakes in, going to pause the video now. So have a look at this dot that I've zoomed in on here. Have a look at that dot. That is in exactly the centre of the screen. It's in the centre of the car. Now that white dot at this moment in time is miles over to the left of the inside of the curb. So through this first part of the chicane then, that white dot considerably over to the left of that curb. And now as we move ahead to the second part, again going to pause the video, again got way more than half a car over to the right of that curb. In fact, he's got pretty much the whole of the car beyond the curb, pretty much the whole of the car on that green part. And on this lap, Pepe did not get a penalty. So through that first chicane, Pepe did not get a penalty and this lap was valid. Now if we go on board with ourselves, we're going back to see why this track and this game in general infuriates me with the track limits. So coming then down into turn 1 ourselves, going through the first part, going to pause the video here. As you can see, got way less off the car beyond the curb here. In fact, we've barely got half a car on the left hand side of the inside part of the curb. And pausing it now for the second part, we've got even less of the car beyond the curb here. We haven't even got half a car over to the right hand side of the inside of that curb. And yet, as we press play here, we get ourselves a penalty. We've got ourselves a half a second penalty. So I think that is pretty clear proof, if anybody needs it, that the track limits around Le Mans are not consistent. They're just not. They're not at all consistent. I got a penalty through there. Pepe did not. It's ridiculous, and I think you just have to accept the fact that if you're going to race around Le Mans, A, you're going to get penalties, and B, there's going to be no consistency because this game is just broken.